Hi, and welcome to Cosmo Radio Network. We're going to start out with a debut young lady from Brooklyn, New York. My name is Showtime, the Hype Man, and we're broadcasting live around the world. This is Cosmo. That's right. That's right. You know the rest. Cosmo Radio Network USA. I got a radio show. Sometimes I got to pinch myself. I don't know about y'all. We're going to be playing some debut albums of some new artists. She's from Brooklyn, New York. Politicking with some of these people. You're going to need me. Hi, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. I wanted to debut to introduce this outstanding young lady in Brooklyn, New York, where her manager and her team sent me a copy of her new single. Also, we have another song where Bobby is an outstanding new artist that's coming out. My main man, Lawrence Edward. Also, we're going to talk about the Legends. Also, they got a new album, a new CD out talking about the truth. And then also I have another song where a lead guitar player that played all over the world, and he sent me a copy of his song. So what we are doing, we are building and giving artists and those who are in the basement, those who went to big corporation to sell their music or went there, somebody told them. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Hi, we are live on Cosmo Radio Network USA. What's going on, Daryl, the caller?
Hey, good morning. I love your new show. Everything about you guys. I wish you the best success and longevity in the business. God bless you and your team. And I love and respect to everybody.
Well, Daryl, we want to ask you a question. We want to thank you for that calling up. First, we want to thank you. This Cosmo Radio Network USA, I want to make that clear to our audience. What is it that you're seeing in the city that you used to love where you can't stand it, what is really going on, where the community is dying and the thugs of a pistol along with the religion leaders and those who are around the world, where yesterday, Daryl, I don't know if people know that September 21st is called Peace Day, for peace and justice around the world. I have never knew that. And I've been watching my counter, that those who got counters on a refrigerator on the wall somewhere they place in the house. Did you know yesterday was September 1st for peace?
Yes, it was supposed to be. They said it even on the Good Morning America. They was talking about that. But what I see in my city of Philadelphia is really, really sick and it's really sad. This gun thing is out of control. We're losing, kids, women, aunties, moms, cousins, nephews, nieces. It's just out of control. And the school system plays a part in this just as well, because our kids are graduating nowadays with no skills, none whatsoever. Okay? So if you get out here and can't get a job, the job that you will get will pay minimum wage. The minimum wage is not enough. $15 an hour is not enough. $22 an hour should be minimum wage. Maybe you can get out and get your own place there. You won't be able to have a car unless it's a squatter or whatever, but at least you can live your life as a single person.
Can you explain to my London friends, for those we on over in UK too, what is a squatter? They maybe didn't understand that.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like we call them boutiques or squatters. Just a used car. You understand what I'm saying? In lack of better terms.
Okay.
But you can't graduate from school like we did back in the 40s and 50s and get out and get yourself a home and this, that, and the third. We had skills. We had plumbing. We had roofing. We had all of these different skills, technical skills that you learned in high school, which prepared you to come out here and to do something other than just work in a factory. But we don't have that anymore. So like I said, again, our kids are graduating. We had home economics. We had the hair piece for the cosmetology for the young ladies. We had food service. These are things that was offered at Bach Vocational Technical School that was in South Philly, as well as Dobbins in North Philly. But we no longer have anything for our kids to do. And everybody's not going to make it in sports. I'm so sorry that they keep pushing this sports thing, this basketball, football thing. We need to educate our kids. They do more with the mind than just play ball. You understand what I'm saying? And all these kids aren't going to make it. So they need to have something to fall back on, and a lot of them don't. When drug activity is taking place, oh my God, it's just beyond that areas. So why aren't y'all there? You can't police every block in the city of Philadelphia. But my God, y'all need more of them on foot. You need them on bikes. You need them just sitting around. Get off the cell phones and watch and see what's going on in the neighborhoods. Because we're losing our kids left and right. If you can tell me there's 377 murders this year, tell me how many of them have y'all solved. How many people have been convicted and sent to jail? That's the number that I need to know. You know why they don't tell us? Because if they was to tell us, you would be scared to go outside. We are living amongst murders. And some of these folks out here, these young parents, they got the murderer right upstairs in their bedroom, living with them.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, I want to say something, and I think that you are definitely on point this morning, where I didn't know where we was going to take this radio show, where I talked about it. For those who know, if you want to look at Showtime, you can go to YouTube channel where some of my latest and also videos that I have talked about. But it seemed like when I talk about the stuff that people really want to hear, someone in the political arena will cut me off or call Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even call some of the social media, said that I said something. Daryl, what you said was, when we all try to engage to wake up our community, they will go after the people that's making the noise and wake up the generation that is savage. We've been target for the last 50 years. The school system of Philadelphia also play a major role of knowing what's going on and how the kids in our own community have so many other obstacles than other kids that's up in Northeast, up in Roxborough, up in the higher area where some of the parents have great jobs. Some of their parents been set by the grandparents, setting the tone early on for them. We forgot that we never came out the gate pretty. And then what they do, they will use a few or two or three of our people to make like we got an opportunity to make like if they go to college or Penn State, Lincoln University, or any other type of big colleges where they have never taught them how to live and survive and bring back the knowledge to reteach our kids. I want to say something that you said. The school system is failing our kids. I know that because they give us math, English, social study, all the other different types of math. You said something where males and females today, if you look in the nurses, mostly nurses and doctors in the percentage-wise are naturally other people.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at all the corporate jobs, if you look in the highest bars where jobs that make decent wages, and those who make decent wages, they've set the tone. If you look at all the union jobs, when I'm talking about carpenters, electrician, pipe fitting, welders, buildings, blueprint. I ride around Center City in the morning at 6 and Arch and 6 and Race, where I see a lot of Jersey men and women that lives in New York and Jersey. Because if somebody paying you $55 an hour, you're going to ride from New York and Jersey. And also because you're union, where the union brothers will look out. The black unions do not look out for their own kind. Those who are in position will cut a brother off that try to run for their office. We have lost the power of helping each other.
Yes, we have.
Daryl.
First things first, not to cut you off, Showtime night, man. We have no love and no respect for one another, and that starts everything. When you don't respect me, that means you will do anything to me, you'll say anything to me, all the above. You'll hurt me in any kind of way, shape, or form. And this is where we at, because we are hurt people hurt people, and that's as real as it gets, for sure. You understand what I'm saying? So, we got a lot of work to do, and not only just for the community, everybody has to come together. Because, like I said again, the adults, the youth, the children, we're all in this suffering, and it shouldn't be like this. Not at this point in time. We've put good time on God's earth, but we have absolutely nothing. We are still living with food lines. We're still dependent on the lottery. All these things have been around for up to years, and we have gotten absolutely nowhere.
Wow. Where a lot of people, and I'm glad that you called today, where you see what I see, and where they just gave the city of Philadelphia this prove a budget for the city of Philadelphia finest, where they budget used to be, they budget got an increase. They found a way to give them raises, but we have never found a way to solve the murders and the killings. And we have to invest money into the community and go into the community around the clock. Counselors round the clock, enforcements round the clock to smother the brothers and sisters that live in the community where the gun violence at. Also, we need to get some of these trailer homes where the police have a trailer 24 hours. That kind of money that they're making, they need to be out there on the street in the cold weather. I don't care, they're in the horses to smothering the drug problems and smothering the gun violence. We have to bring education. We have to offer electrician jobs, plumbing training, get the young men where if they got somewhere to go, but because they have nowhere to go, where their mom is somewhere looking to get a tattoo, or the mom looking for a young boyfriend, she 50 years old, and she want to have sex with a 25-year-old man.
Right, for sure, certainly.
Did I say that right?
Like I said again, you're absolutely right. Like I said, we need skill centers in these low-income Black Black neighborhoods. That's what we need. We don't need no more basketballs. Stop it with the basketball, okay? You ever see Caucasians on TV, and I'm going to say it, you never see them when they have these rallies and things of that nature, or we got our kids going to camp for basketball, and none of that. You never, ever see that, because you know why? They push education.
Hey, Daryl, I want you to hold on. I want to play a song, and I want you to stay there as our guest today, if you got time. I know you got to.
Oh, for sure.
I want you to stay. I want to play a song. This is a song called Bobby Bobby Bangin' Mix, featuring Larry Edwards. This is a young man that have never gave up. This is a young brother that are always striving. But sometimes when I tell people all the time that when you chase it, it costs you harm. Then also that people will look at you funny in a certain way. This is Henry Q Bangin' Mean It Man, aka the BC, along with, and we're going to play this debut album live on Cosmo Radio Network. For those who are watching us, where we play, if I like it, I'll play it. For those who want to play their music, we will play your music live on this radio. And I want my brother Daryl to tell me how you like this new CD that I'm about to pop in here, and where I'm trying to pop it in, ladies and gentlemen. You got to excuse me, because I'm doing everything by myself, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. But we're gonna play it, and it's gonna come. I know it's gonna pop somewhere, so it's popping somewhere. It's loading up. So we're gonna get him back into the music again. I just want to play something. Maybe they didn't pay the bill. They made him pay the bill. We got another caller too on the line. Hold on for a minute. Don't hang up, Daryl.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, we're live on Cosmo Radio Network. And how you doing? This is Lady J, y'all. Those who don't know her, outstanding queen of entertainment. She have done so many things for the veterans, and she is reaching out to do something again for the veterans. Lady J, can you explain about why you have been doing things? I know I'm putting you on the spot. I tried to call you to let you know if you call. We are definitely live on Cosmo Radio Network, not to throw you under the bus or do anything, Someone just lost a veteran, and I got a phone call this morning where they could not get medical, they could not get no assisted, and they became mentally stirred on medication because of going in the army where they got the wrong dose of medication. I just want to say, what is the date of that event? So they want to reach out and maybe help out to give a contribution.
The date of the event for Veterans Day is November 11th down at ACES Museum, 5801 Germantown Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That would start from the hours of 12 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. We have very exciting things that's going on for the veterans in the community. As all veterans are invited to come along with your family and friends, and we feed veterans and give them and honor them with trophies or some type of pendant or flag, something that's real good from ACES Museum in a Taste the Gold World entertainment production. Put on great shows, and you as the host as well. That particular
and I'm hosting, ladies and gentlemen. They asked me to host, and I've been there numerous times to support the ACE of open on Germantown. Now, what is the location? Those who want to come.
Once again, it's 5801 North Germantown Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19144. That's where ACES Museum is located at.
Do y'all have a do y'all have a cash check or any ways if someone want to drop a check off, someone that may be hearing this live over in the United States and over in the kingdom where they maybe want to help out? Do y'all have anything if someone will give a donation to drop it off there?
Yeah, you can come actually to ACES Museum at 5801 Germantown Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19144 to drop it off, or go on to ACES Museum website at www.acesmuseum.com.
Wow.
There's a way that you can also contact myself at 866-502-8002 and just look up underneath of Taste the Gold World Entertainment Production. That's the extension that you would hit.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you so much for calling up. And what we're going to do, we're going to be promoting and making sure that those who are aware around the world, and it doesn't matter what color, when you get sick, races does not play a part with sickness, and it comes in all form and shapes. So I want to thank you, and I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but you called in time where I started the show but we want to promote this to the best of our ability to get the word out there, because we know that it's a lot of veterans. Those who are in Jersey, Delaware, New York City, it's only an hour and a half or an hour ride straight on 95 in the middle of Germantown section. For those who come, also, they're going to entertain you. They're going to feed you. They're going to give out flags, maybe, and awards. They do a fantastic job supporting the veterans of the United States and all different type of Air Force. Lady J, we want to thank you for calling. I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but I thought that I got a phone call for someone that was crying for help. And I think they just sent a comment. They want to thank you for the information.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. And you continue on having a great day, and hope I see everybody there.
Okay,
thank you for reaching out.
That was Lady J, She's the organizer, the manager of all of these events that's dealing with the veteran. Stay tuned for more information and bigger events. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that's a person that deals with. We're gonna go into some music. We're live on Cosmo Radio Network, USA. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, and we are doing something that have never been done before. Bobby, do you got a Bobby? I hope you see what I'm seeing. It's night seeing it.
to the AM. Just some thoughts to come to mind when I thought you gazing. I visualized this moment. It's so amazing. Hearts racing like horses on the track. Got you squirming when I put the hizzles on your biz ass. We taking it slow, and we don't want to spit out. The way you looking at me, I think I'm gonna pop. OMG, what do we have here? Your eyes roll back when I whisper in your ear. You were now rocking with the best, fresh go, hold tight and never ever let. Yo, I gotta ask you, come on now, mommy, what you gonna do? Just walk right by me. I see you face, what you wanna do? Come on now, mommy, what you gonna do? Just walk right by me. I see you pretty face, Tommy. Yeah. It's such a feeling when the empress is so natural. I'm talking fit, indigenous aboriginal. Sucking the lips, picking hips, in an happy fro. And when that sunshine from a smile, it makes me happy. We take our time, we on the floor, we keep it moving. It's nothing you can do, cause we caught up in the groove. I love the way she move, universally she smooth. Never stepping on the shoes, party like we on the cruise. Sunny Fresco was up on his business, on the town.
We're live on Cosmo Radio Network. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Do you got a Bobby next to you? We're live.
She says I make her weak at the knees, we perfectly fit. From the initial introduction, we click. Bang. Come on now, mommy. What you gonna do? Just walk right, mommy. I see your pretty face, tiny face, Tommy. See your pretty face. What you wanna do? Come on now, mommy. What you gonna do? Just walk right, mommy. I see your pretty face, tiny face, Tommy. What you gonna do, baby? I said, what you want to do? Can we sometimes, lady? Oh, no. I said, what you want to do, baby?
Lawrence Everett, you can call the radio station if you want to.
I said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, baby? I said, what you gonna do? All day, all night. What we gonna do? What we gonna do?
My name is Showtime the Hype Man, and we're live on the Cosmo Radio Show USA, where we are debuting new artists, new song selecting, where we may do different ages ranges, where we may do artists from 15 on up, 21 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Also, we're going to be featuring new actors and new directors, and we're doing something the Cosmo Radio Show have never done that before. Hi, what's going on, Daryl? How you like that song? Baby, Bobby.
That was nice. I want to correct something to the audience because I might have came off and I might have sounded racist, and I want to apologize to the public and everybody who was listening at that particular time. But I was making reference about the way we were raised and what have you versus Caucasians and things of that nature. But it's true. You know, they sit down at the dinner table, they talk to their children, They have one-on-one conversations with them to find out what they want to do with their life. And by 6 or 7 years old, they're not saying you're what you want to do, or you are going to college. We don't have those kind of conversations with our parents, unfortunately. And they gear their kids to going towards school for either politicians, things of that nature. We're told to go to school, graduate, get a job, and get a spot.
You ain't
You
lying.
understand what I'm saying? That's what we were told by our parents, because that's what they were told just as well. And we lived that way. That on the other hand, you're told to go to college and get an education, and so that you can be somebody, get a career and not a job. A career can take you all over the world. A job is just above broke. And this is what they explain to their children when they're young. We don't have labs with the laboratory over on the other side of the school, wearing coats and everything else. As best as we got in school as African American was to slice open a worm and had hot ice, and that was the extent of all of our so-called chemistry that we had. They're over there they learn how to make methamphetamine in their school when they're kids, and that's real rap, true story.
Well, you know
what I'm saying? So we know our differences are so far and in between. We haven't had a new school built in Philadelphia in over 10 years.
Longer than that. Hey, Daryl.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For those who are watching us, my radio show is Cosmo Radio Network USA, where we are abroad across the world. But even though my native, where I was born and raised in Philadelphia, PA, and Daryl also lives in Philadelphia, those who are watching us in Australia, Gotti, Italy, those who are in Canada, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, where we have seen a city have not invest money back into the kids and the future of our city. The killing and murders is another way of not us focused on new developing schools. It's another way where we're not paying tax, federal money, state money, and city money into the pot. Where what they're doing, they are designing and focusing on to smother us. And the more you smother, the more fights and the more bullets. But if you don't have an outreach program to open up for everybody in the city of Philadelphia, and only a few make it with good education, with good structure, in a homey system. I have watched the city of Philadelphia become a homey system. Whoever get in, those who get the rice and the chicken. Those who don't get in get a canned good, where the canned goods are outdated. The food is outdated. So the spirit of the food of not getting a fresh start, and it starts with kindergarten. If those who live in St. Louis, Chicago are feeling the same pitch, those who live in New York City and Bronx, East Side, Compton, New York, Queen, New York, are getting the same thing, where the buildings and the high-rise buildings been there for years. For years. Where some of my people lives in these places because they never knew, and Daryl said something, because we are used to staying inside the box. We are used to staying inside in a cage. Where Daryl started, my mother and father told me the same thing. Boy, you better get a job, or you better graduate. Where we focus on getting a job. Where jobs is slavery going in 2021. You got people been on jobs for 35 years, bragging that they've been on the same job for 35 years. Oh, I've been on my job for 35 years. So, and I read something in my book, The 100 Ways of Being Successful, this morning. And it talked about so many people have never looked in the mirror or look on the side where health is deteriorating because someone told us to go to work all our lives, where you get diabetes, you get kidney disease, you get heart disease, you start getting blind where you used to see, you start getting, your body started getting fragile, where health is more important, where you think you're chasing to pay for your house, to pay for your car, where your body is dying because you working all these hours just to maintain, but at the end you can't even buy nothing, and all you doing is making money just to pay rent or pay your mortgage, or if this barely make it, you can't even go out to Red Lobster to have a dinner.
Right.
I'm talking good, and I'm seeing people getting sick, not able to go to working all their life. And what you're going to do? You're going to work till you go in the grave, and they're doing it. We are dumb blinded to what's going on, and nobody, Daryl, really see the big picture. Because I'm Showtime the Hype Man, hosting the Cosmo Radio Network USA, nobody believes in me. My show been going on now. I invested in a new show, and the same people that want to do a club, black and white affair, or come up and wear their Gucci outfit, but not one of them will talk about the Chrysalis of financial capital. Not one will talk about unity. Not one will talk about love. They go in and take their pictures at one of the raggedy ass spots in the city of Philadelphia that we don't even own, and we gather and attack somebody like me. But I'm okay, Daryl. What do you want to say, Daryl, on that topic I just spent? I don't mean to be harsh on nobody, but I know that God is going to take care of me and going to take care of you too, Daryl. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I'm going to say about that is that the jealousy, the enviousness of each other is beyond belief. We're all struggling. Everybody's trying to figure out a way to make things happen for themselves. And you don't get the support. You get the negativity from us all of the time. Mm-hmm. Somebody else will pick you up and run with you, but your own people won't. We won't even buy black. We talk all of that, but we won't buy black. We'll go to another's establishment and pay for whatever it is, because when we come into our own black stores, everything we want to hook up. But you don't ask nobody for a hookup when you go in other nationality store. You pay like you weigh, whatever they say. You follow me?
They pay like you weigh.
Like I said, we got issues like a box of tissues, and we're going to always have issues like a box of tissues because, for one, we don't respect self, and we don't respect anything else. And that's where the basis of it started. Your home, when Bill Cosby said, your most learned ignorant behavior comes from home, and the world got upset, he told the truth. Because when your mother tells you to tell Miss Johnson that she ain't home, she's the one that taught you how to lie. She told you how to tell your first lie. Now, when your father's up there cussing her out about the bills, your father is the one who taught you how to cuss. And then it gets enhanced when you get around your other friends and all the above. Their parents and stuff are doing the same thing, same type of arguments, all the above. So like he said, you follow stupid kid home, see if somebody stupid, don't answer the door. That's real fact. Trust me. Your most learned ignorant behavior comes from home. Everything starts at home. If there's no love and no respect in the home, you won't show it when you get out in the street. You act like an ignoramus like you're supposed to, because that's what you're living with. You only do what you see in front of you. If your parents don't work, you don't see nobody leaving the house every day to go get a dollar, make it some kind of way, honestly, you're more than likely, if nobody can talk to you and try to tell you to go a different direction, you're going to do exactly what you see in front of you. It's just like no little boy don't want to be like his big brother. But if your big brother's out in the street with the gun play and the drug thing going on and all the above, and nobody can reach you and tell you, look, you don't want to do what your brother's doing, he'll end up just like him. We are some of the largest followers in the world. We won't set no example, but we will follow you wherever you say go. That's for sure. We got issues. And you know what? The mental disease that's amongst the kids, the youth, and the adult today, they don't even want to have that conversation. It's out of control because a lot of this is mental. How do you wake up, follow somebody at 7:30 in the morning to shoot them in the head? What kind of mess is that? That's mental. That has nothing to do, and I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of people saying it. All these behaviors have nothing to do with this pandemic. We have been killing each other since time, all nationalities. Has nothing to do with no pandemic. Oh, we know they're in the house, they're in it. It has nothing to do with any of that.
I want you said something dealing with homeless and dealing with pain and suffering. We had a show, we talked about the nervous breakdown with people around the world. I'm going to read something to you, and it may be shock so many people around the world. Where the nervous breakdown warning signs are emotion breakdowns. When you live poverty and you live in a low level income, and with those who living in Section 8, those who are living in the streets that are homeless, that's emotionally breakdown. But because we have not been aware of the 5 common mentally health disorders in America, and this is why you see so many people around the world are homeless, though we see more medication where even when you go to a supermarket or a Rite Aid or a CVS, I'm not promoting them. They want us to promote them. They got to pay Showtime the Hype Man to advertise their business. I want to make that clear because so where if you ever went down and looked down an aisle at a supermarket or a drugstore, just to go to the bathroom, they have a whole aisle of laxative where people's body is not normally going to the bathroom like they should because of the medication.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing the common catalog of mentally health disorder in America. Daryl, this may be sad to you. It impact appropriately 40 million adults from the age of 18 and older. Mood disordering, psychotic disordering, dementia disordering, and eating disordering. And those are some of the factors that we've been missing, even in the school system, where a lot of kids that 6 years old saw their mother and their father fighting that night, where the father abusing the mother, where the kids had to get up, where they couldn't sleep to go to the school district of city of Philadelphia. Then they pushed the kids with E's and F's all through the school system, where they don't know that education is a main factor. I am one of the kids that went through all school with all F's. And all the school district did in Philadelphia, that's passed me on. No one looked into me, no counselor, no principal, no a teacher. But when I did something wrong, they wanted to suspend me for 2 or 5 days. But they can see that I had a behavior because I had stuff going on in my house. So I was fighting every day because I saw my father fight or abuse somebody, where the school district of Philadelphia took me all the way to 10th grade with all F's. They passed me in elementary school. Then I went to junior high school. Until I went to high school, that's when they started leaving me behind. Where they knew that my IQ started at the age in 4th grade. Right. The reason why I'm telling the story to my audience, because Steve Harvey told his story. I am not ashamed who Showtime the Hype Man. You got people watching my show want to criticize the way I speak, but that's them really talking about me. But they didn't know how to tell me in front of my face. Where we got so many people, but what I got, education can't give you with Showtime the Hype Man. I got something inside of me for those who are 4.0, those who maybe have master's degree. I got good health, a good vision, a good body vision, and I am aiming for success. Someone that had all F in every catalog during the school time. And I'm not ashamed to tell y'all, because they already gonna find anything about Showtime the Hype Man. We are live on Showtime the Hype Man morning show, live on Cosmo Radio Network. My friend Marcus got a story to tell. He's a DJ from over in UK, my friend. His father is my friend. And they became part of my family. Anything you want to say, Daryl, before you close? I dropped the bomb on for those who want to criticize me.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Well, thanks for sharing. And I thank the young man and his father for bringing you through over there in the UK. We all got a story to tell. And whether or not you came from the richest of the rich or the poorest of the poor, God's going to bless all of us in some kind of way, shape, or form. He gave you the gift, that voice. He gave you more than what you need to have in order to be successful in life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know their gift. At least you're aware of your gift and you're tapping into it and you're making things happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because God has given us all a gift. I'm a drummer, okay? Still can play drums. God gave us all a gift. So like I said, again, I thank you guys from over there, UK, for looking out for my big brother. Love and respect to all. And you guys have a great day. God bless you, and thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much. Good, you too. Peace. So we're about to get into the second half of the show. We have an outstanding guest. We have an outstanding guest that's about to come on our show, where this person is amazing. He has a journey. He's a DJ. He's a father of his children over in UK. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to introduce one of my friends, Marcus. It's a great, hard-working DJ, one of the outstanding DJs in UK, where he's getting recognized in UK. We want to bring him across the water over on Cosmo Radio Network USA. We just want to bring him in and shine the light on him. Shine the light on him. Shine a light on. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus is about to come on this radio show. I don't know if he's hiding or he's ready to come on. This is the Cosmo Radio Network show in USA. So we are waiting for our next guest to come on. I don't know if he's there yet. I don't have any signs that he's there, but we are waiting for our guest to come on. So, guest, it's your turn, or we can play a song. While we waiting. There we go. You just wanna be with me. Girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And steps 1 through 3, I'm looking for the love with me. Ladies and gentlemen, without no introduction, one of the hottest DJs across UK. He's about to introduce the world. So we're about to get his interview started. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. We hear you now. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
There you go. What's going on?
Not a lot.
Boy, I tell you, you here. They didn't believe you was coming over in the United States. He here, y'all. I got a bunch of people watching you now. They didn't believe you was coming. Mark, you're here. Tell them that you're here.
Oh, I'm here. Resting. Ready for another busy weekend.
So talk about your weekend. Talk about, I know that you're a father raising beautiful children. How many children you have?
I have 2 boys.
So you still humping?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still humping. How many children you like to have? 10, 15? Or you can handle 2?
I'd like 2 girls, so I've got 2 of each.
So you still humping at night?
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's a good thing. Keep on humping. That's well, we hope that your career and your success can pave the way for your children. And I know that you're a good father. And that's a good thing. Well, let's get into the story of your DJ life and what DJ means to you, where it gave you another clutch or another avenue where you're trying to make the world see you and get to know who you are. For those who are watching me, he's hot on Friday and Saturday night because he should let me see the pictures. And also he's a risk taker DJ where he may test the water and play some hip hop music, For those who are in Bronx, New York, those who are in Queen, New York City, and those who know that hip hop, he's been playing hip hop music, and he does not discriminate music. He just play what he feel, and he goes for it. So talk about your DJ career and talk about the things that you're trying to go and some of your goals that you want to do as a DJ.
I'm trying to make something for when my kids are older. They've got something there that they can do if they want to.
Come on.
And I'd like to, instead of staying in one particular place, I would like to go elsewhere. And every time when I move, I'd like to think I'm getting a little bit bigger and a little bit more noticed.
I'm glad you said that. You are noticed right now. It's a lot of people watching you right now around the world. This is the Cosmo Radio Network USA. You are in Ghana, Italy, Germany, South Africa right now. Here go a little boy, didn't know what he was going to do, but you found turntables and you found a way to make a little bit of money for now. Because your goal is to make $25,000 a night when you show up. And this is how you build your brand in your DJ name. You have to market yourself. You have to be consistent. Where your father always told me is all about the new technology. I think that you're going to be one of the greatest DJ come out of UK. They may not see it, but I see it because you're a risk taker.
Yeah.
How do you
big risk the weekend?
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel when everybody is dancing? Because I always tell people the more you drink, the better you dance.
When people are dancing, I'm enjoying myself. I'm in the vibe with them.
So how do you know that as a DJ, how do you know that your audience is connecting to you? Or how do you know you have the control of your audience and where you are watching, where you at a booth or wherever you at, where you are feeding off the audience? How do you know that you got them? Tell our audience that.
If I'm DJing and I see like a group sitting down and they haven't been up for like the start of the night and they haven't got up at all, but they're at that table and they're tapping or they're dancing slightly, then I focus to that table and I realize what they're dancing to. So I spice it up a little bit to drag them onto the dance floor. Once they're on that dance floor, they don't leave. That's a majority of everybody who, when I DJ, is as soon as on that dance floor, I can never get them to leave that dance floor. They decide to stay on that dance floor, then drink. They'd rather stay dancing than go and get a drink.
Wow. You are the first DJ that ever came on my show, and you are the first one that I ever interviewed. It's a lot of DJs. How do you find yourself separating where you're in a competition of so many other DJ? They say they want to be a DJ, or is all about who you connect to or who is your connection? How do you start separating yourself to get a name where you want to come out of UK but stay in UK but go somewhere else and travel as a hot DJ? What kind of plan you have or what type of goals you have as DJ for Super Bowls, the NBA, or soccer, one of the biggest, largest soccer event in the world, and they give you a call and say, guess what? We want to use you as our DJ. Are you prepared for that phone call, or are you still practicing to be greater than you are? Tell our audience that.
If I had the phone call, I'd be over the moon and I'd soon be booking the flights to go. Every day is a different day. You work on it. So if, say, like yesterday was good, the next day you always make it a lot better.
Where do you get that hard work ethic from? Because I can see that you have a passion and you are setting boundaries today. I see you doing big stuff. And where I'm so grateful that you came on the Cosmo Radio Network USA show today. I'm going to ask you another question dealing with DJs. Did you get a Christmas gift that they bought you a record player, or what made your eyes and you to walk in and say that I want to be a DJ? What when that day? Was you 14? Was you in high school? Where were you at that said that you want to be a DJ? How did you come a DJ? What made you come a DJ? Was you rapping on a corner? Was you beating the bag somewhere? How did you become a DJ?
I always liked music, and I went out one of the nights with my mate and he was DJing, and the crowd weren't really dancing. So I said to him, I says, you go and have a break and I'll start DJing. And from there, that moment on, I just carried on going. Because as soon as I started, they were all up dancing all night and never left that dance floor. So I thought, why don't I go and do it?
So you're telling me you watch someone where a lot of people, your father is making me better as learning new technology, where he's motivated me to do what I'm doing. And where same thing with you, sometimes you got to lead people to the water. If they don't want to drink it, that's on them. I think you in good hand. I think DJs are in good hands. So what type of music that you listen to, or you snuck and listened to if your parents didn't want you to listen to at the time, but now you do what you want to do because you're a full grown man? I can see that. What music?
It went originally from listening to Pink Floyd.
Okay.
But then from there, it just went everything. And to this day, I still prefer listening to the older stuff than the newer stuff.
What give me, besides Pink Floyd, give me an artist that maybe that draw you besides Pink Floyd, or do you have a hip hop artist that you like?
I haven't really got a specific artist. I listen to them all. So a lot of times I'll play a lot of grime. It's the grime that's got me noticed.
What you mean by the grime?
Like, yeah, like Young Daddy, that sort of music.
Okay, good.
That got us noticed more than I did when I started.
So basically, you are a person, you have an ear for music. Did I say that?
Yes.
Also, you have where I'll watch some of your shows where you on Friday nights and Saturday nights, where you allow me to come into your country to see, and this is a where these are gay people, and I have no problem, and I love that, where you allow them to do the concert and you allow them to vibe off of your music, and you played a lot of hip-hop music that day. That then you was versatile. And the reason why I asked you that question, because I watch you DJ, and where I have saw you having a ball and fun with these DJs. And that's why I asked you what DJ or what person that you like, where I heard you play hip hop music and I saw the fans, all your audience was really dancing off of the hip hop music. And that's why I asked you that question, because I saw what you was playing and I saw them even had the hip hop dance together. Did you teach them how to hip hop dance? Are you a dancer too? I said, no. Are you a DJ and you a dancer? You gotta be, because they was all doing the hip hop dance. I said, Marcus taught them how to do something. You a dancer too?
Some of the when you've seen it, sometimes that's not what it's normally like. When it's busy, it's a different story. They're dancing totally different.
Well, what kind of dance they different now, Mike? With our audience and those who are watching, for those who are watching, I'd like to call in. This is an opportunity to talk to Marcus live on Cosmo Radio Network USA, where we are talking about two different countries, but dancing is still the same thing. It doesn't matter how you dance. Music brings the best, and it doesn't matter where you come from. If the music good, the body is going to move. Like I always say, the more you drink, the better you dance. That's what I tell people when I do my live shows. I would ask you another question. What is one of the largest venue that you ever DJ in your country?
It would have to be a nightclub called Bliss down in Kent, Chatham, near London.
And how many people there holds?
That holds up about 500 to 600 people a night.
What is one of your dreams where you see large venues in UK and also you can stroll over in our country where you maybe say, I want to get there? What is your goals as a DJ in setting some goals for you to get to the big places that you may see in your home or over here in the United States, where we have a lot of people live over here in this country over here too? What is your goal to do the big venues, and how do you tackle to get in? Do you network? Are you constantly emailing people? Or are you marketing your face in your videos of you DJing? Or you just sitting back waiting? How do you market yourself to get people to call you and make this out a career in an everyday job that somebody booking you to go where you may be comfortable where you at? But I believe after this show, your phone's going to be coming to you where you're going to be obligated and more. You're going to be working from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where so you can be booked. But your place you at now, I'll remember that is the place that you learn to be more creative. So how are you marketing yourself?
A lot of it at the minute is word by mouth. A lot of people have seen what I do. They go back to other places and they say, oh, I've seen this DJ here. And they've took videos and seen what I've done. And then I get contacted by that place. But the last couple of weeks, I've been sending emails, videos, demos out to loads. I've sent about 100 to 250 emails out with demos to all different clubs.
Wow.
So I'm always advertising and I'm always getting responses back, but it's not the responses that I would like to hear. That half of the responses that I'm getting at the minute is, we'll keep you in mind, but we're okay for now.
Mm-hmm. You keep your mind. I think that what.
I'm at the printer.
Okay, well, we live in London. We have one of the biggest London DJ live over in UK named Marcus, and we're doing live. I want you to say hi to him. This is Montana for Nonstop Entertainment. Say hi to him.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Good morning. How's everyone this morning?
Yeah, good. We're talking about drawing big people as a DJ in the name, and where Marcus is my friend over in London, UK, where he's branching out now. And I just want you to know that we got a DJ that can come over here, and what his goal is to pack 100,000 of people. Maybe this might be too big for you, Montana. I don't know, in your organization.
Excellent.
Can you handle it? So you go ahead on. I just want you to say hi. We are live on the radio station. For those who are watching, he does stars, the best of the best stars, and we're going to do one of the biggest events. And I think, Marcus, you're going to be a part of this because of your energy and your hard work. You deserve to come over to the United States and show them how to DJ. So go ahead and do your thing, and we get back with you. See you, nonstop entertainment.
Thank you.
So that was a guy's a big promoter in United States. I just networking with you. Before we go, what do you want to tell our fans, our audience, and those who are around the world? And give a shout out of your email, how they can reach you, how can they inbox you, or how can they get a chance to see some of your video to send some people over in the United States? Marcus?
My dream is to go really big and come over to the United States and show people what I am capable of. So give them the experience of what people are getting here over in the United States.
Wow. I like that. Okay, so I think I want to thank you for coming on. Anything you want to ask Showtime and Hype Man before we leave? I know maybe you want to happen. Let me ask you, do you like cars? Do you like cars, automobiles?
I'm always doing something with cars. Always.
Let me ask you, what is your 5 best cars? If you
5 best cars.
Yeah, there you go.
It would be a Range Rover Sports.
I like that. Oh boy, that's expensive. That's an expensive car there.
They're all expensive. An Evo and a Lambo are the main ones.
So that's 2. Well, give me the other 3.
Probably a Porsche.
I love it. Come on, that's 3. Come on, give me the other 2. I like the Porsche.
I'd probably have to go with an Aston Martin.
And what's the 5th one?
5th one would have to be a Bentley.
I knew it. I thought either you're going to say a Volvo or a Bentley. I like the Volvos and the Bentleys. I want to thank you. And also, I'm going to ask you another question before you go. Can you give us your top 5 DJs that you look up to? Where you may look at, I know you the best. Don't get me wrong. And I understand that. What DJs that you look up that see that they are doing things off of what they dream? Do you have any other DJs you ever looked up to?
There's only really 2 that I really look up to, and that would be David Guetta and Tiesto.
Okay. Where are they from?
They're from America.
Okay.
Hollywood, mainly.
Good. So you never been to Hollywood, huh?
No.
But guess what? They waiting for you. You are a star about to be born. And for those who are watching the Cosmo Radio Network USA, you are watching a DJ where I interview him first, prepare him for other interviews. We want to thank you for coming on our show today. We're looking forward for you to grow in the industry as a DJ. I am growing as a radio host. What do you want to ask me before you leave this station? Broadcast live on Cosmo Radio Network.
I would like to be put on the website.
Okay. I would love to.
Do a few shows on the radio.
I want you to do that. So where you know that you with the manager, the executive right there, you with the CEO over here in the United States, we can't tell you no. You got the power in your hand. So you in better hands than most people. You in good shape. So we would love you to come back. I would love you to come back to demonstrate your music. Even though our Facebook and some of our other ones, but I think that the way we set it up, where we can do a live show on the internet radio show, where bring you on in that way. So I guess me and my administrator will talk about it, how we're going to bring you in to do a show and get the people start really listening to you and spreading the word out. So that's something that we all going to have to work out together as a team. So I'm definitely with it. I give it thumb up. I give the interview a thumb up. You did a great job on the interview. I'm looking for you to do more interviews around the world and DJ in the most fabulous places around the world. I want you to have a good day, and thank you for coming on the Showtime, the Hype Man Morning Show, live on the Cosmo Radio Network USA. See ya. So for those who are watching us and the many people that did watch us today, I want to thank our audience, and I want to thank those who have watched us around the world. We are doing things in the city of on Cosmo Radio Network that have never done. That's a deal. That's a big star over in UK, where we're going to be doing some magic. And salute to my sister that does her show every day, 7 days a week. I want to thank her for watching and listening. For those who are watching me, we're doing something where most people thought that I couldn't do. I'm in the process looking for a new location where we'll have our own building where we can bring live interviews at the station on Cosmo Radio Network USA. I don't want to say it yet. I got to make sure I got the word yes. But it's important that for those who want us to play our music, play your music on our internet radio. We can play your music. But it's important that you understand this is a business. And the only way that we can go bigger and better, that a lot of artists don't want to put in the pot, but they want you to play their music but not give you nothing. We're asking those who want to make this internet radio station be one of the biggest radio stations around the world. We need your help. We need all of y'all support, because too many people are watching Showtime the Hype Man just looking at me. Just looking. And the only way that we can be global, that we must help each other, not talk about each other. See, success, I don't go backwards, I fall into it. Where a lot of things may not go right. Did y'all hear me say that? So continue to work hard and believe in yourself. Tomorrow's going to be Hip Hop Thursday. We're going to be doing hip hop where I'm going to do it's a motivation brother that was in the hip hop business, where he felt bad, the things that he said. We're going to talk about, before we close this show, I want to give a shout out to those who have put Wake Up, Rise Up for lives. To save lives. Nobody knows what they went through, but they did it. My prayers go out to the whole team. That Wake Up, Rise Up is history. They accomplished the goal that they said they was going to do, even though they may be difficult during the time, but they found a way. And that's why it's important to have good leaders and good people on your team that can find a way to make it happen. I want to salute to the whole team of Rise Up, Wake Up for peace around the world on September the 21st. They're already getting ready for 2022. I know y'all tired. I know y'all didn't get no sleep, but because of the accomplishment and because of the great deed, and because you have done something where most people are just watching, and allow that date to be on their counter where nobody's really invested in bringing peace around the world. But Cosmo Radio Network USA, along with 5Page and other people that joined in. Carmen Bryan, I know you having a cup of coffee, and I know Doug had 3 coffees already. I know that Sean is sitting up doing what he usually do, light it up, drink some water. I want to thank all of y'all that played a major role. Everybody was a player in this event. I want to thank each other from the bottom of my heart. And what y'all did, y'all done something that most people say y'all couldn't do. Ladies and gentlemen, they did it. Wake Up, Rise Up for Peace is in the book of history. And that's a fact. For those who want to call up the radio station that played in this major part, this is your opportunity to tell our audience and how good this event went. Nobody knows doing a worldwide, virtual worldwide concert. That's big stuff. But these people are humble. God used the right people. Hi, we're live on the Cosmo Radio Network USA. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't give him a drum, but we can give him a shout. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doug Payne is live on the Cosmo Radio USA. What's going on, Doug? You made history. Y'all made history. Talk about the history.
Wow. Yes. And I want to congratulate everyone that, participated. And I wanted to publicly thank Sean Tonks.
Come on.
And Steve Jones, because that concert that you saw yesterday was a concert that almost didn't happen as of a week and a half ago.
I know.
Because our technology team leader, Sonia Trippett, had a stroke, ended up in the hospital. Her computer was home with all the files and all the information about the show, and she's in the hospital. And we were twiddling our thumbs and didn't know what to do. Sean and Steve came to the rescue.
Mercy.
And made it happen. So anybody that complains about anything at the show, it's obvious that they don't know what happened behind the scenes. You see what I mean?
That's tough.
They just seeing what's being presented. And it's easy to look up and complain, oh, I didn't see my video, or the name of my thing wasn't in there, or my face was twisted, or whatever. You know what? It was a concert that almost didn't happen. And I stayed up the whole time as a marathon, never went to sleep, and watched it from the beginning to the very end. And we ran into some technical problems. A couple of times we had, blackouts and different things like that. But we hung in there. I also want to thank Tom Bogdas from Victor Valley Television Network, who gave us our own channel to present the show, because YouTube went down, but Victor Valley still was on. So people were still able to watch the show. And I got goosebumps from watching some of these acts. I was like, wow, it was so emotional, to see this happen. Now, the other side of this thing is Philadelphia, shame on you. And I'm going to say it again. Philadelphia.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Philadelphia government and media. Not the people. The government and the media. Shame on you. Because the Philadelphia entertainers came through big time. They came through so strong that we had to have 4 stages. So that tell you something. You see what I mean? But the media, not one reply from the mayor's mayor's office when we emailed them months ago. All the television stations and newsprint media, we emailed them months ago. Not one reply.
Hey, Doug, can I tell you why? You know that I'm a politician by nature. And
you know what? The first thing I saw this morning, I turned on because I wasn't watching the news. So I turned on the news and they said we had 390 homicides.
Well, I was sharing
yesterday. 4 people died yesterday, but there was like about 10 or 11 shootings.
Well, you got to realize, if you read this statement, what's the name? It's called Wake Up and Rise Up. Wake
up, rise up, live for peace.
Okay, now.
Something we do every morning. We wake up, we rise up, and if you are kicking and breathing and smelling and seeing, that means you are alive.
Well, I want to tell you why they're not going to get involved. The big real estates and the big money people have vest money into tearing up our community. Nobody want to talk the truth. So anytime you talk the truth, those who have a deaf ear and those who in it understand of destroying our community where it's big money involved to get away, and nobody want people that's poor, people that's under them type of attacks, because the big revenue and the job is not to wake them up. Keep these people sleep. Even elected officials that come in politics really want to save lives, but once they get in, it's a buddy system and to destroy our community and wipe it out.
Yes.
It's big, because I said that nobody gonna believe that. Religion people ain't gonna understand that. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. The power, oh, he don't know. Because what y'all did, Doug, they don't want us to wake up the community around the world because they are snatching everything as possible. So long as we sleep, y'all not supposed to wake them up.
That's the
Keep
word. You said
them.
the word sleep.
So, but
it's the opposite of being sleep. You awoke.
It's a design that way. So they don't want us to make this successful. Wake up, rise up. They don't want you to wake up a little boy or a person that's on drugs or those who are homeless, those who maybe come from bad parents and guns have led to death. Guns are coming with money, drugs. It's a major thing in every city across this nation. Because we don't have people that's in high level, they know what they're doing and they are executing, and we are too blind to see it. They do not want wake up, rise up to wake people up.
But it was really embarrassing because you have a town that's about 65 miles from Philadelphia, west of Philadelphia, called York, Pennsylvania. The mayor of York was on Wake Up, Rise Up.
Damn.
He did a nice speech, beautiful speech. The police commissioner did a beautiful speech. The judge, district judge, did a wonderful speech. And this is York, Pennsylvania, because they're noticing that gun violence is starting to pick up and spread to their area. So they're nipping it in the bud. Philadelphia, are we so deep into this gun violence that did they give up?
It's all about...
We tried to offer what we do to help, and they pretty much just ignored us. They didn't respond at all. And I said, look, we're musicians, we're entertainers, and some of us are just regular people. We want to help stop the spread of gun violence. So we are reaching out to you and offering the services of Phase 5 Records. Whatever y'all need us to do, we are volunteering. You don't have to give us a dime. We don't want grant money and all that. Yesterday's event, we gave that event away for free. We could have easily charged people to view it. But it was a free event to get the message out. It wasn't about trying to put money in people's pockets. We are doomed. If we let this continue, it's only going to get worse. It's like your grass. If you don't cut your grass, it's just going to keep growing.
That is correct. I'm glad you said
something. Get out there and do something.
Doug, you said something. Yeah, and not to cut you off, but
yeah,
I've been talking about gun violence 5 or 7 years, and I told the mayor of the city of Philadelphia and Councilman Dow Clark, I told him that I know the blueprint. What God has gave me, y'all sitting there because I didn't go to Harvard University or because I have never hold a office position, where we have too many people, and TJ Jake talked about having people on his staff that maybe had book knowledge, but they never had surviving knowledge and solution knowledge. Right. TJ Jake said, this would teach, for those who watching Showtime the Hype Man show today, where y'all talking about that I can't do this, I can't do this. That is good. But what I told the mayor of the city of Philadelphia and also Councilman Darrell Clark, too many people are afraid that's in position. The senators, all of them don't care because they're afraid that if they say something, that some of the big real estate people will run somebody against them where they would take their can of beans. They're not getting steak. They're only getting can of beans and they dish it out the can to some of their friends and their family, where we have found the gap of financing in the city of Philadelphia is going to wipe some of the elected officials. So they're afraid to say something. So they don't care nothing about killing. They don't care nothing about old rundown schools. They don't care nothing about there's no venues for them to go to. It's designed, Doug. It's designed that way. And
it's scary, because here you have a worldwide event that was organized in the Philadelphia area, and you trying to tell me that you couldn't even send the janitor or somebody that's out of the mailroom or whatever to respond to see what's going on with this event?
Because it's me. Hey, Doug, because I'm on y'all team, and that's why. See, maybe y'all shouldn't have put me out there. They because they blackball me in the city. They telling everybody blackball Showtime the Hype Man. That's why. When they saw my name, all the politicians blackball me in the city of Philadelphia, and I'm afraid to say that live on YouTube, I've been blackballed in the city because I tell the truth. Mm-hmm. And I don't get $5,000 grant money. I don't kiss nobody ass. I said it live on YouTube on my show because Steve Harvey, TJ Jake, and said that a lot of y'all afraid because y'all take the money and forget about our children are suffering. We are dying every day in America.
Yes. And there's a speech that didn't make the show yesterday. I don't know what happened. It got cut off.
Somebody called up. Somebody called up.
And then there was a quote that I got from another radio personality. He's on Sirius XM. His name is Joe Madison, the Black Eagle. And one time I was listening, and the caller called in and was complaining about how bad things were in their neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And Joe Madison asked him one question, and it was a very simple, important question. He said, well, what are you going to do about it? And then the guy hung up. You know what I mean? So I asked Philadelphia, what are you going to do about it? I asked everybody, stop complaining about the stuff that's going on. What are you going to do about it? It's easy to sit on the porch and look up and watch the cars go up and down and complain about how bad the kids are. But what are you going to do about it?
Wow. Well, Doug, if you know that they have never invited me to nothing in the city of Philadelphia. They had stages with some of the council people only do it because election time and they're running for mayor now.
But they're playing a video over and over again of a drive-by, I think somewhere near the Germantown area, where people were ducking for their lives. This happened yesterday while we were doing the 24-hour concert. The drive-by, some guy in a silver car drove by and started shooting at people out the back seat. And it was like, wow, this is insane.
Well, I don't know where we're not going to give up. Wake up, rise up for saving lives in the United States and around the world. We're not going nowhere, Philadelphia. Hey, Sean, do you want to say something, Sean?
We're still here, and we're going to be here, even have a television channel now because Victor Valley Television Network, thank you guys. They gave us our own channel. So we're planning on using that channel, and we want to play that whole concert again. So for the people that didn't get to watch it or had tuning in issues or whatever issues they had. So we want to play that whole entire event again, and we're going to use our channel that we have, Victor Valley. Now, we want to thank also Philly Cam. They gave us a show that's starting October 2nd at 3 p.m. Philly time. And it's the Wake Up, Rise Up, Live for Peace concert. And Sonia, our tech person, before she got sick, she had edited a 1-hour segment of some footage from the concert and submitted it. This is going to play for the whole month of October, starting October 2nd, Saturday at 3 o'clock.
And Cosmo Radio Network USA, we're going to give y'all an hour. It's going to be a talk show about Wake Up and Rise Up on Cosmo Radio Network, where we're going to be talking about it to get more people. Just like AM stations started, FM, we are a small company, but we are growing.
Oh, you grow, yes.
It's the people that's going to be watching us where they're going to be interested in what we are saying. For those who are in Philadelphia, all those who are in social media, you should be embarrassed to say that the Tribune, the Enquirer, the Daily News, any social media that deals with iPod radio, all of y'all, all these people talking about DJs and partying with y'all, only one of y'all want to do is make money. It's okay to separate from Showtime the Hype Man, but I am concerned what is going on in the city, not just Philadelphia, around this world. Sean, do you have anything you want to say? And happy birthday to you. I'm sorry we couldn't let you celebrate. Yeah, you couldn't celebrate your birthday. Yeah, he's on the radio. Sean, can you say something to the audience?
I'd like to return the favor to Doug and Carmen. Thanks for believing in me, I suppose, and thinking I could do it, or knowing that I could do it.
No worries. No worries.
Also, Steve Jones, I mean, without his knowledge in the system that we used, it just would not have gone ahead, like Doug said. So to Rockin' the Valley and Steve Jones, great thanks to him, and especially Doug and Carmen and everybody else involved. I think for the first time we did well.
So let me ask you a question where you said something, Sean, and I want to thank the other guy that helped you. What is his name again?
Steve Jones.
Steve Jones, if you watching, we want to thank you for helping my friend out, Sean, where y'all came together and made it possible for this event. And I don't know how we're going to reward y'all, but we're going to do something for y'all, even though y'all volunteered, y'all did what y'all did. But I believe that God has gave y'all better health in your body last night. When you do something, the impact that y'all did, and I read something about health, where the body and y'all did, it was like having your favorite cocktail, which y'all did for us, for Wake Up and Rise Up team, and they are so grateful. And I don't know by us telling you, but we're going to show you something more than just telling you. And that's what I want to say. What do you think, Doug?
That's awesome. Right on point.
We want to show our appreciation another way with y'all. So we want to thank you, Sean. We want to thank Doug, and for you coming on. Even though you got your little gray beard, your beard growing there. I don't know what you're doing. You got a new style. Yeah, it's beard growing on us. So I want to introduce y'all that we maybe Cosmo Radio USA maybe have a building. I went to look at the building yesterday. I'm waiting for the phone call where we're going to be back in the building again over in Chester, PA. I don't want to make an announcement yet because I didn't sign on the dotted line. But Cosmo Radio USA going to be having their own building where we can start back doing live interviews and bringing guests there. It's just amazing what God can do in this little bit of time. So yesterday when I went out, I saw the place and I'm going to get it. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it, but I'm going to get it. I just want to put it out there.
Okay, well, call me when you get off the air, because I know a lot of folks in Chester.
So we're going to be fine. Okay, well, I think my show is over. I just want to thank everybody that came in. We want to thank Doug, and I want to thank Sean, everybody, Carmen, whoever was on it. We said thank you to all of y'all. Thank you for watching Cosmo Radio Network USA. See y'all tomorrow. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.